Hi everyone, it's Angelina, and I'm here to show you how I got that mauve matte look that you saw in the intro. And first, I'm going to start off by priming my face with my e.l.f. mineral infused primer. And I usually just apply that to my cheeks and my nose and sometimes my chin, just places where I feel like my skin gets a little dry. So next I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Orange Corrector, and I'm taking a small beauty blend and I'm just going to dab that out. And the orange color corrector is used to lighten dark spots like acne scars or dark circles. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Dream Cushion, and I'm taking a brush by IT Cosmetics, and I'm just going to take that and use a stippling motion all over my face to blend it out. And this brush works really well with foundation. It doesn't leave any streaks, so there's no need to use a beauty blender afterwards. Another product by IT Cosmetics that I really like is the Universal Brow Pencil, which I'm using here. And if you don't know what universal means, in this case it just means that it comes in one shade, and the lighter you apply it, the lighter the shade, the darker you apply it, the darker the shade. And this product is dual-ended as well. It comes with a spoolie on the other side, so after you're done you can go ahead and blend it all out. To continue with brows, the next step will be to carve them out, and this is actually my favorite part of doing eyebrows. So what you will do is take a concealer, and I'm taking the MAC Pro Longwear Conceal in the color NW30, and I'm just taking a flat brush by e.l.f. and I'm going to do small strokes underneath my brow and then at the top of my brow, but I actually don't go all the way into the center of my brow, if you know what I mean. I try to leave the front parts of my brow looking natural, and look at that. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Medium. You saw me trying to hold up two right now. I was going to use Medium and Honey, but Medium matched my foundation better. And what I mean by matching my foundation is that it is actually 2 shades lighter than my foundation, and the Honey was a little bit too dark. So to blend this out, I'm using a flat foundation brush by e.l.f. and I'm just taking that and blending the product downwards. And this isn't a stippling brush, but it does work really well when you use that motion, and so that's what I'm doing here, and it really just helps to blend everything out. To set the concealer, I am taking the Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent, and I'm taking a tiny amount onto that mini beauty blender, and I'm just going to apply that everywhere that I applied the concealer. Setting any cream or liquid product that you apply to your face with the powder is very important, just because it can slide off throughout the day, and this prevents that. So now I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade to Light palette, and I'm using 2 shades, Shadow Play and Subconscious, and I'm taking a small contour brush by e.l.f. and I'm just applying that above my cheekbones. And I'm starting at the top of my ear and going to the center of my cheeks. And I'm doing, again, circular motions and then just like quick back and forth motions. Now to contour my forehead, I am doing the same circular motions and taking the 2 same shades, and I'm just going to blend that out. So if you don't know by now, contouring is a way to make parts of your face appear smaller and more sculpted, so that's why I'm applying some to the outer parts of my forehead, and I'm going in, the closer I go in, the smaller it's supposed to appear, and so that's what I'm doing here. Going in with the same palette, I'm just going to contour my nose, and I'm using a small blending brush, and I'm going to make 2 soft lines down the sides of my nose and 2 lines above each nostril, kind of like a upside down triangle. Next, to get the little button nose type of effect, I'm going to make a small line connecting both those lines down the middle. And then I'm going in with the same palette using the shade Lyric, and that is just to highlight the center of my nose and the sides underneath that contour line. Now, to add a little glow, I'm going to go in with one of my new favorite highlights by Mary Kay. It's the Glowy Finish Illuminating Stick in the shade Gold, and I'm just going to take that and apply that to the top of my cheeks, the center of my nose, also my forehead, and the sides of my eyebrow. Then I'll take a damp beauty blender and just dab out the highlight. Pay attention to the dabbing motions. First, I am doing circular motions on my cheek, and I'm trying to make sure that there are no harsh lines and that everything is blended out smoothly. Beauty blenders are perfect for cream or liquid products. They just help to blend it out more than just a regular brush. For blush, I am going to take this one by Tarte, and it is in the shade Party. And I'm taking this huge fluffy blush brush from Morphe, and I'm going to apply that onto the apples of my cheeks. And first I'm doing like stippling motions almost, and then I'm kind of like brushing it off. And I always put a little bit of blush on my forehead, my nose, my cheeks, my chin, just so that, you know, I have a natural flush. For the eye look today, I'm going to take the Carli Bybel palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to take the lightest purpley shade in the palette and take a fluffy blending brush and just make little circular motions across the top of my lid. And I'm going to do that to both sides. And if you notice, I do small circular motions across the lid and then some windshield wiper motions across the lid, and that's all to help the shades blend out. Next, I'm going to take the second darkest purple shade in the palette, and I'm going to grab a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to keep it a little bit lower from where I put the first shade, but I'm still going to use the same motion. And it's very important to keep a light hand when applying makeup, especially when it comes to eyeshadows, because it just helps to blend that makeup out a lot more. When you're heavy-handed, it tends to keep the product in one spot or tends to make the product patchy. So just keep that in mind. Next, I'm going in with a smaller, denser bristle brush, and I'm taking the darker purpley shade from the palette, and I'm just keeping that on the outer corners of my eyes, and again using circular motions to blend that color out. To finish up with this step for now, I'm going to apply the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm just going to take a flat brush and apply that to the center of my eyelid, and I'm going to make sure to take that all the way to the inner corners as well, and avoid the outer corner where I applied all of those other 3 shades. Now I'm taking a blending brush, and I'm just really quickly blending that all together. Now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild illuminating palette, and I'm taking a tiny brush, and I'm just going to highlight the inner corners of my eye, and that's just to brighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to go back in with the Carli Bybel palette, and here I'm going to pretty much do whatever I did on the top, I'm going to do on the bottom. And so first I'm going to go in with that lightest purple shade, and I'm taking a small brush and I'm just going to brush that out. Then I'm going to go in with an even smaller brush and get closer to my lash line with the second darkest purple shade. And finally, for the last step, I am taking a flat brush and the darkest purple shade in the palette, and I'm just going to keep that on the outer corners of my eye. I'm not going to go all the way to the center of my eyes, and I'm going to stay closer to the lash line as well. For lashes, I'm just going to keep it simple. I don't apply false lashes yet. I'm still working on it. So I'm just taking two different mascaras. One is a roller lash by Benefit, and that helps to curl, and the next one is by Maybelline, and it just adds volume. For the last step, I went in with the Tardiest lip paint in the color Birthday Suit, and there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.